in the world of the Black Dagger Brotherhood, where vampires battle their enemies in a shadowed war that rages in the silence of night. No warrior has walked a darker path than John Matthew. Born a mute orphan with no knowledge of his true identity, John was once human, but not ordinary. Human, his true nature lay, dormant until the Brotherhood found him and took him in. Raised by warriors, taught the art of battle, forged in the fires of loss and vengeance, he has now become the fighter he was meant to be. But even as he stands tall among the fiercest warriors in the Brotherhood, John is haunted by pain, the loss of his beloved mentor, torment the memory of his troubled youth, and the one person he cannot forget, Xhex. Xhex is not like the other females in the world of Caldwell, a half-breed sympath with a ruthless past and dangerous abilities. She is a female who has survived against the odds. She's strong, she's feared, and she's respected, but her heart has been hidden away for years, buried under the weight of control and the fear of what she could become. Love was never part of her plan. She's never known what it meant to be vulnerable, not until John Matthew. Their connection was undeniable. From the start, a storm of passion, laced with pain and longing. But just as their bond began to take shape, Xhex vanished, abducted by the one enemy who should never have had that power over her. Lash, the son of the Omega. As Lover Mine begins, John Matthew is drowning in rage. It has been weeks since Xhex was taken, and no one has found her. No sign, no scent, no clue. His brothers fear he will lose himself, but they do not truly understand his fire. What John feels is more than obsession. It's soul-deep, a need born of love and the impossible truth that he's lived multiple lives and loved this female across centuries. He will stop at nothing to find her, even if he must burn the world to ashes. While he scours the city tracking whispers of Lash's movements, the story takes readers into the cold, dark place where Xhex is imprisoned and tortured not just physically but psychologically. She's stripped of her weapons and her dignity, but never her spirit. Her captor wants to break her, but he never will. She's been broken before, and she survived. This time, she has something to hold on to, the memory of a male with ocean-deep eyes, who saw her not as a monster, but as a female worth saving. Interwoven with the brutal mission to rescue Xhex is the unraveling of a deeper mystery, a past that stretches into the age of the American Revolution. Through rich, vivid flashbacks, we meet a warrior named Darius, a powerful male haunted by loss and guilt. He was one of the founding members of the Brotherhood, and his story echoes through time, revealing his tragic love for a human female and the fateful decisions that would alter the path of John Matthew forever. These flashbacks are more than historical color. They're threads that connect John to a lifelong forgotten, hinting that the mute orphan may not be who he thinks he is, that his soul has lived and loved before that. Xhex was once his and may be again. Back in the present, as John edges closer to finding Xhex, his transformation is complete. The once uncertain boy who couldn't speak is now a warrior, with steel in his bones and fury in his heart. Yet what truly fuels him is not vengeance. It is love, the one thing he never thought he'd have. When he finally discovers where Xhex is being held, he storms Lash's compound in a sequence of scenes so vivid, so relentless that they feel like fire and ice colliding. The battle is not just fists and blades, it's a test of will. Lash, the traitor, the dark heir of the Omega, represents everything that threatens their world. But John's fight is not for glory, it's for the female who owns his heart. Xhex is not waiting to be rescued. She is already planning her escape. She does not know that John is coming for her. She only knows that she will not be broken and she will not die in the dark. When their paths finally converge, it is not the reunion of fairy tales. It's raw, it's painful, it's real. She doesn't want to be touched. She doesn't want to be pitied. But John doesn't offer pity. He offers truth and strength and presence. He meets her where she is bruised, bloody, and blazing. Together, they fight their way out of the hell Lash created, and what begins is the harder battle, the one inside. Now free Xhex must confront who she really is and what she truly wants. For all her power, she has never allowed herself to need someone. John offers her the chance not just to be loved, but to be understood. But their road is far from smooth. She pushes him away. He pulls her closer. He offers silence, she offers resistance. But beneath every blow, up every clash, is a pull neither can deny. They are not just drawn to each other, they are carved for each other, a puzzle that makes sense only when together. And yet the ghosts of their pasts linger in every room. John's connection to Darius, to a past life, once thought lost, becomes clearer, and with it a storm of emotions he cannot ignore. He's not just a warrior, he's the rebirth of a legend. And Xhex must choose whether she can stand beside a male whose soul may belong to another time. As the Brotherhood prepares for war with the lessening society, tensions rise. Quinn continues to wrestle with his identity, struggling with feelings he cannot name. Blaze's silent heartbreak looms in the background, a melody of love unsung. Meanwhile, Pain, the twin sister of Vicious, stirs in the shadows, her destiny not yet revealed, but already thundering toward the light, the world of the Black Dagger. Brotherhood is one of tangled loyalties, immortal secrets, and fierce devotion, and in the center of it all stands John and Xhex, two warriors shaped by pain, bound by fate, and torn by love. Their journey is not easy. Xhex tries to pull away to protect him from her darker nature, to shield him from the violence that simmers in her blood. But John will not let her go. He knows what she fears because he has lived with it his whole life. They are both forged in fire and scarred by battle, but they are also stronger together. In moments of quiet, they begin to find each other again. She teaches him that strength is not always loud. He teaches her that love is not weakness. Slowly, painfully, they begin to heal. Not just from what Lash did, but from everything life has taken from them. The final act of Lover Mine is an emotional crescendo. Lash is not finished, and his last desperate move shakes the Brotherhood to its core. The war is far from over, and the cost of every decision grows higher. But amid the chaos, there is clarity. John claims Xhex not as a prize, but as a partner. He offers her his body, his name, his heart. And for the first time in her life, Xhex says yes, not out of surrender, but from strength. They are mated not because it is expected, but because it is right. They choose each other through every scar, every memory, every battle. J.R. Ward's writing in Lover Mine is a masterclass in intensity. She weaves brutality with beauty, heartbreak with heat. The love scenes between John and Xhex are electric, not just because of their physicality, but because of what they represent: the breaking of walls, the surrender of pride, the victory of connection over fear. The fight scenes are pulse-pounding, the emotional beats hit like thunder, and the revelations about past lives add a layer of depth that turns a vampire romance into something epic. At its core, Lover Mine is about rebirth, about how we are not defined by where we come from, but by who we choose to become. John Matthew rises from orphan to warrior, from boy to man, from silence to strength. Xhex reclaims her soul, learning that vulnerability is not a flaw, but a form of courage. Together they show that love can be the most dangerous weapon of all, not because it breaks, but because it binds. And in the world of the Black Dagger Brotherhood, where every night could be your last, finding someone to fight for is the only way to survive. For listeners who crave emotional depth, fierce action, and scorching, romance Lover Mine is not just a story, it's an experience. You don't just follow John and Xhex, you bleed with them, fight with them, burn with them. Their love is not clean, it is not easy, but it is unforgettable. Press play on this audiobook and step into a world where darkness collides with passion, and two wounded souls discover that sometimes the most powerful redemption comes not from saving the world, but from saving each other.